Hey, if you don't know me by now, I'm Meanie, and I like to do tarot readings for fun. If you're not into that type of thing, that's totally fine. You can scroll on through. I really don't give a shit. I'm serious about my life. So it is 11. It's almost midnight. Admittedly, I did kind of go to bed early. I went to bed around like 7 o'clock ish. Why? I was tired, but now I'm up at 12. Now I'm up at 12, so my sleep schedule's a little fucked. But I did feel the call. I did feel the call to pull, so here I am. So I actually shit the collective, and I got a judgment in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Oh, also I'm using my villains deck. It's one of my favorite tarot decks, to be honest. Mainly because I like, Disney's got its issues, but I'm a Disney person. I grew up on Disney, so it's hard to break that habit. This is from his childhood. Anyway, Judgment in Reverse. What's this about? Did someone receive bad judgment? Someone is receiving negative judgment. It's like I'm getting this feeling that someone thought they could just skirt judgment. Like it's like someone feels taken aback and caught off guard that they are receiving negative judgment, because this feels like someone who's like avoided it for a while. Three of Wands. I heard a group in my head. Sometimes with this card in this deck, I always get with Three of Wands, Silver Cauldron. I always get like a group of like warlocks or witches, like a group of supernatural people working together over a cauldron. So this could be a little witchy group. The fuck did the card go? There it is. Strength. They thought, who is this? I get Strength card as collective. I feel like they came up in a group against you because you are strong. And they want to try and stop you with a Chariot reverse. I think this group's getting judgment for casting witchcraft against you. Specifically stopping it for movement, but the Strength card, I just get you were able to overcome it. And a Page of Swords in reverse. These people have been monitoring, watching the collective. And any chance, usually my Page of Swords is like my vengeful stalker card. Because usually upright Page of Swords can talk about just kind of like observing and watching. I get with this, it's like they observe and watch and try to attack. Also, Page of Swords to me can also talk about being like hypocrisy. And I think if they're casting a spell work against the collective for trying to stop you, I think that shit's getting back and hitting them now. And this definitely feels like someone who throws stones in glass houses. Or is it people throw stones while they live in glass houses? Something along those lines. Cross, this is all over your Ten of Pentacles, your legacy. Mostly get people who are paid what they felt was like a lot of money to come after you. Handcuffs in reverse. Just right now, what's the song that's called? You Need Jesus by, I think it's Baby Gravy. It's playing in my head right now. It's like, oh, how appropriate. There's a King of Cups in the reverse. X energy. Okay. It doesn't have to be X energy. It could just be someone who tried to come off like they loved you and had like all this like love for you. Yeah, this bitch was paid to come after you or lure you in with something. And with the Nine of Swords, they took the bribe without any hesitation or like concern. They felt like they could complete this job to come after your Ten of Pentacles, your legacy, heard your energy. Yeah, this man was with the Six of Coins. He was paid. And with the Knight of Swords in reverse, I definitely get this man was like confident he could fulfill this, because I feel like he's done it multiple times in the past, to be honest. This is some weird cult. Have you guys heard of that? They come across my page a lot lately. This group 764. Their sigil is like satanic-y. I think it has the Mark of Solomon, I think. And then like a pentagram that shows Baphomet. It's a group that it's a very sadistic group. Look it up in your own time. But I live in, I have a fucking pinned thing. But I live in Illinois. They made a couple arrests regarding that group. It just has that one vibe of a fucking little witchy, sadistic, satanic group. Inside, you're asking a whole lot of questions. Oh, as like a little fun thing, I got this 2-in-1 fucking incense holder thing. It's cool, right? This doesn't come with that. This is my previous one. Odin is an asshole, and there's a little glass thing that doesn't sit in there. It moves around and shit. This bitch knocked it off this thing, knocked it off, and then out of pure fucking spite, kicked it off and the glass shattered. I was sleeping when this happened. I'm very mad at my cat right now. I still love him, but fuck that guy. So, 9 of Swords in reverse, the 9 of Wands upright, and the 4 of Coins. So, this King of Cups was listening to a high... Is it... I guess this is a person? Okay, this is a person. So, this King of Cups took direction from a High Priestess in reverse. I heard a sadistic witch. She kind of guided him to do this because she convinced him that this, that the collective, basically the 9 of Swords in reverse was like an easy target, nothing to worry about. And with the 9 of Wands upright, I definitely get that this masculine and this High Priestess in reverse were confident that even though there were some obstacles, they could overcome it. And this would bring stability and, with the treasure chest, fortune. Specifically for this King of Cups. This King of Cups was motivated by money, mainly. But that was, the promised results, or, the quote-unquote guarantee she threw around. However, listening to this High Priestess actually put these people in the 5 of Coins energy. I'm hearing locked out. I don't know how big this group is, but I feel like the individuals who were part of the harassment and stalking, and if they indulge in any witchcraft against you, are now experiencing that. And I'm assuming it must have been powerful and over a span of a couple years, because I'm definitely getting, broke. Hearing financial disaster. that I'm hearing it wasn't worth the cost. Some of them cost them their sanity on top of their finances and shelter. Because collective comes as the Queen of Swords. And Queen of Swords for me is someone who's like typically ready to battle, has like a strategy or a plan. So it could be you've clocked their plan, or you clocked onto their shit because of possibly your intuition, or just crazy pattern recognition. I definitely get like the vibe of like this collective is a lot smarter than they look. You could like some of the collective, not all, but like part of the collective could have that dumb blonde thing going on, where just because of like because you look very aesthetically pleasing, that people think, oh, because they are really like pretty handsome, whatever, that clearly they're not smart enough because yeah, obviously beautiful slash handsome slash cute individuals can't be smart and good looking at the same time. That's just unheard of. But no, you got beauty and brains, bitch. And you're bringing, and with the Queen of Swords, I'm definitely getting you stood your ground and you spoke your truth, and it's bringing injustice towards these people. If you have an entity attachment, I'm definitely getting entity attachment. I'm not getting ancestors. I'm getting an entity attachment. And it's not necessarily a bad one. Speaking for myself, I have an entity attachment. Best way to describe this is I have this entity attachment every life cycle. I can't really dive into it, but it's just I have an entity attachment that comes with like me every usually life cycle when I like quote unquote wake up from the like matrix or whatever. But this entity attachment is like very close to you, very protective. So it's definitely this is a very minor few. This is not for everyone. If this group could have used an entity that like you know or work with in many past lives, if you're some sort of divination artist or like healer or something along those lines, and they may have had a contract with this entity, but once that contract was up, it's like that entity freed itself and came back to you and is now seeking and hearing justice slash revenge on your behalf. That part is not for everyone. For most people, it's like your spirit team, your ancestors, and the divine. Some people have a very this is like you either know or you don't. You either know you have one or you know you don't have one. It's one of those situations. But this entity attachment feels very strong. And I feel like, is it holding a grudge? It's definitely holding a grudge. And this entity on top of your team is coming back, and if these people took away any opportunities from you, you're getting them back. With the Four of Cups in reverse, which is ruining their plan, especially this King of Wands. This is X energy. It's the same energy. This deceptive masculine. Because this threw off their plan because this king of how am I describing this masculine? How am I describing it? How? Or I'm hearing distorted. This distorted masculine is upset because he had a very deceptive plan for you. This man was going to backstab you. Could be literally or figuratively or both. But there was some sort that this entity is ruining, I'm hearing, his chances, his pathway, because he was never able to enact his deceptive plan. Collective went into hermit mode. decided to isolate and kind of work on themselves, seek with enlightenment. And that kind of disrupted their plan because my understanding, in order for this plan to work, they needed the collective to be somewhere, like in person. And collective was like, no, thank you. With me, Queen of Swords can usually clock bullshit. Yeah, you went to hermit mode, and if you had any connection to this masculine, to this distorted masculine, you decide to break off that connection, because it seems like this distorted masculine tried to come off like they want a relationship with you to try and lull you to a sense of safety and security to get you to meet you somewhere. To enact some bullshit. Yeah, you ended the connection, and you passionately moved on forward with the Knight of Wands. You like just didn't care. There is a masculine who? There's a masculine, a provider / investor. I'm getting with the 8 of Cups in reverse. So it's 8 of Cups, the King of Pentacles, and the 2 of Pentacles. Is like, I get this masculine was like aware or found out what happened. And with the 8 of Cups, I feel like he didn't leave you. Like, he didn't try to abandon you. Instead, he's trying to enact some sort of change with the 2 of Pentacles on your behalf, which is ruining someone's dream. Whose dream? Whose? Masculine? Feminine? It's ruining, I'm assuming, this High Priestess in reverse's dream. Because we got the 9 of Cups in reverse, the 2 of Swords in reverse, to the 5 of Swords, to the 6 of Cups. What I get with this is this High Priestess got found out by this King of Pentacles and tried to enact change on your behalf, because with the 2 of Swords in reverse, I get that this High Priestess and this assorted masculine got figured out and they got saw through, because these two, well, it's a group of them, but I guess it's like mainly these two, like, came at the collective with like fucking, I'm getting the word sadistic so hard. It just like, they just came after the collective so fucking hard, sadistically, just like nonstop. And probably still are at the time of this reading. If their bullshit doesn't cut up to them and made them like incapacitated. They just did a lot of shit in the past. They like did a fucking lot. And I think it's getting found out to the degree and the frequency of how much and how long they've been doing this shit. In the end, it did not work, because I got the Tower, the 7 of Coins, and the Queen of Coins. I get collective as standing firm, grounded, taking care of themselves and their finances, focusing on themselves, and there's a Tower coming in regard to how you've been investing in yourself and staying vigilant and focused. This is going to bring some sort of Tower that will help, I heard, boost your finances, and I also heard status. And this is because of how it's because of how you specifically invested your time and energy. These people who came up against the collective, the world in reverse, the judgment in reverse, I'm definitely getting their shit's going to be exposed at some point about how they failed. Because it feels like it was a lot of people against one individual. And it's kind of sad and pathetic. And they're gonna be judged for it, they're gonna be judged for how they came after the collective, for how long they've been going after the collective, and how they failed their main goal. And with the World Online, it's gonna happen mainly online, it feels like, that they get found out. Read these? Any of them? Okay. This was all over a relationship. Here. Leave it out. Okay, I'm leaving it out. Whenever I get this card in this deck, to me, it talks about someone trying to interfere with the union, because we have Ursula up in here with the Eric and Ariel. That's the vibe I'm getting, is they're trying to, like... Actually, one of these individuals may have actually, like, quote-unquote married your, like your ex, or someone you thought was a counterpart, or was a counterpart and ended up falling like a disgraced counterpart. But either way, I definitely get they interfered with a union of some sort, and they're continuing to fuck with your union, because with this upright, I'm definitely getting you're getting a union. I don't think it's anytime soon. But it's like they're still trying to interfere. And I'm getting like this wiggle worm like feeling of like someone else trying to like wiggle in and like be the counterpart to you. Some of these individuals could be working together to try and create a false counterpart, to try and trick you. Because I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is with the collective I'm tapped into. It's just like, these people just do not want the collective to have a union of any sort. I don't know why. I think that's weird, but... Some people just don't want other people to be happy because they're not happy with themselves. So if they're not happy with themselves, and they feel like they gotta make sure other people are equally unhappy as them, because misery loves company. Keep shuffling. Just doing 3 shuffles. All right. It's 12/21. Maybe that means something. 7 of Cups in reverse. I heard there's no more illusions. If this group was under the illusion they could stop you, I feel like that has come to like a backhand across the face, and they've like kind of woken up and they're like, oh shit. I don't know though. The collective I pull on feels pretty smart and everything. But the people around the collective are really a bunch of fucking idiots, is what it feels like. And just so stuck on witchcraft. I don't know. Personally, I don't actively try to cast spells, because I try to do more like self-reliant stuff. Six of Wands in reverse. So I'm getting they're not going to succeed in interfering with your union. But also, your strength makes these people feel so insecure, and based off your appearance, people thought you would have been like easy to roll over, especially if you're a woman. People thought, oh, I could just like that. No, with the Six of Wands, I am getting embarrassment. These people feel embarrassed for not only coming up against you, but realizing how incredibly strong you are. With the Strength card, it's 2 crocodiles or alligators. I'm not sure which one it is, to be honest. You can sort of tell this imagery. I feel like this collective has like 2 sides that they don't show. Like, I just get this feeling this collective is like just really... I'm not hearing off-putting, I'm hearing offset. It's like you fucking cause this like fucking like this ding of recognition of your actual strength. I'm definitely getting more so willpower. This collective could be incredibly stubborn. I don't know why, but I'm getting Aries energy. Which is rare. I never say zodiacs. But yeah, these people who came against you just underestimated your strength. They didn't think you had the strength. I cannot stress how much they thought you were an easy target. And I guess they bragged to people how they could, like, fucking annihilate you, run you over, bring you down. Instead, they're the ones getting knocked down a good couple fucking pegs. Temperance in reverse. These people are heavily imbalanced because they weren't able to stop you. On top of that, too, I feel like now they're facing obstacles they cannot climb over. It seems like coming up against you caused a lot of backlash that these people were not prepared for. And it's definitely something with their own hypocrisy. So if they were lying, like, say, for example, just as an example, like, they were like, oh, the collective is like a prostitute collective, sells themselves and their body and stuff like that for drugs, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, the ones who are saying it are the ones actually doing it. And they're getting caught up for that. Yep, 7 up. Fucking what I say. They got caught up in their own bullshit. Underneath the Page of Swords, their own hypocrisy got found out. And they have to, like, admit to their bullshit. They can't hide anymore. They're fucking figured out. You know what I find funny, collective? I had someone sit there and lie on my name and shit like that, saying I was a fucking prostitute and whore and all this shit. I'm an asexual. Technically demisexual, but, like, I just say asexual because it's just easier. Because if I say demisexual, I have to fucking explain myself. For those that don't know what demisexual is, you're like, what's that? Basically, it's someone who doesn't form any sexual attraction unless there's an emotional connection. There we go. But yeah, no, I found that when I discovered that out, I just thought that shit was funny. I was like, oh, okay. We're coming after your 10 of Pentacles, your legacy, your energy. I'm also hearing your inheritance. People are going to experience some negative karma for that. And since they went after money and wanted your money, I feel confident their main karma is going to be them losing a lot of money. Emperor in the reverse here. This is the distorted masculine. This distorted masculine that agreed to come up against you for your inheritance, your money, your bag. He's gonna experience, I heard, the brunt of it. And I also heard it's gonna be made an example because it feels like, in the way that I guess the story was supposed to unfold, this distorted masculine was supposed to come after you. And then I guess according to fucking spirit, it was supposed to be a redemption arc for this individual. Like you two were supposed to have a union of some sort together. And, like, originally, this sort of masculine was supposed to be an emperor upright for doing the right thing, but he decided to stay in his lustful, money-grubbing ways, didn't change. This asshole. So this asshole apparently knew you were their divine counterpart when they were part of this little group or whatever. And they thought they figured out your/their, your destiny together, and, like, saw the abundance that came with this union. And I guess this emperor thought, oh, well, the reason why he's in reverse is because this emperor thought, well, the collective isn't pretty enough for me or handsome enough for me, blah, 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 blah. So I'm going to swap out the individuals, but still try to keep the collective's destined inheritance / abundance. Well, could have been this. Could have been this. Instead, it's this. Instead, now he's seen as a... He's not looked favorably right now. I feel like this masculine was used to being adored by a lot of people. And now it's like, I'm getting this jarring, shocking sensation that people are getting from discovering how this masculine really is and what they chose to be. So, not only is this emperor losing status within his community, not only in this little fucked up group he was a part of, but like outside of that as well too. This feels like a high status man. Well, it was. Oh, is he? I guess he technically is still. But yeah, no, he's not looking favorably, and he's going to go through some bullshit for coming up against you and violating the soul contract. If you have not officially tore up the soul contract and this resonates, I recommend you do like a spiritual bath and like talk to your spirit team or call in the divine court to sever the contract officially. Page of Coins in reverse. Missed opportunity. Missed opportunity with you to like be in the right track, right path. Because I think collective, you were kind of quote unquote sent in to like protect this distorted masculine from his consequences of being part of the group. Like if he chose to be with you / stay with you, he could have avoided, he would have experienced karma, but nowhere near, like he would have experienced it, but it would have been minuscule compared to now. Bitch has no protection, and especially since he violated a soul contract, he lost his ancestors. I mean, a lot of these people in this group that came up against you lost their ancestors for constantly attacking you, ignoring you, and everything. Like, ignoring the warnings to stop attacking you. Yeah, no, he fucked up. Yep. The world in reverse and the fucker failed. I just heard he ruined a past life connection. And with the world in reverse, I'm not getting like just the physical world, I'm getting like the spiritual world. Like the spiritual realm is like disappointed with this masculine. Heard he brought great shame onto his family lineage, family line. Wow, this is more like a collective reading, but this is more like this masculine fucked up big time reading. Alright, there's nothing for me to pull from here. Anything else? Alright, there's a little more. Yeah, new connection coming in. Connection or connections? Which one? Which one? Her connections. You went through the bad. Eventually you're going to get the good. 7 of coins in reverse. You're getting new connections despite the investments people made against you to ruin your connections. Queen of Cups. These people thought they could get the one up you just because you could identify as being a Queen of Cups, just a nurturing, a sweeter, intuitive little bitch. And they are so upset that they lost to someone that they view it as a Queen of Cups. I feel like if you were like a Queen of Wands or like a Queen of Swords, they would have been like accepted that. They would have like been okay with that. Queen of Pentacles, understandable. Queen of Cups, the sweetheart bitch, the bitch who's empathetic as fuck, who just moves out as a face of like love and nurturing and stuff like that. Oh my god, they can't believe it. They can't believe they lost to a Queen of Cups. It's just like, these people are so sadistic and mean and just, wow. I'm getting a visual of someone like teeth in a heart and ripping it apart. Like a pack of dogs. Like a pack of dogs over one heart, they're all like ripping it apart. That's kind of their energy. So the fact that a Queen of Cups overcame this group of sadistic, heart-ripping dogs, like, oh, they can't handle it. 9, yeah, they lost. They completely fell apart to a Queen of Cups. Oh man, that is hitting their ego hard. The fact that they're unbalanced, stuck with facing so many obstacles they can't climb over, has them completely defeated. And on top of it, they're taking a fall from grace because the collective is rising and coming out as a fucking Queen of Cups sweetheart over this whole sadistic pile of shit. Like, oh my god, they can't handle it. They cannot handle it. That's what pisses them off the most, I think, is the fact that you're still this loving, nurturing energy and tapped in as fuck. Yeah, they had a plan of how to take away your shit with the 6 of coins in reverse. They try it. Their plan is revealed about how they actively try to take away everything. Your quote-unquote union with this masculine who failed, so I'm pretty sure you'll get a different one. Your relationships, family life, like if you went to school, your school life, work life, fucking spiritual life, like fucking, they just try to take anything and everything that was like that they viewed positive in your life, they actively tried taking away. And it failed. They got found out. The Magician's that cross. They're still trying to actively manifest against you, but they can't because they are in the reverse, you're in the upright. I'm also hearing you're actively manifesting against this masculine that betrayed you, that didn't follow through with the divine contract that they originally came on this planet for, with. With this Magician card, I'm getting, okay, so I can't remember the Voodoo's man name. I can't remember his name. But, like, it's him and then his shadow is peeking out. What I get is you're kind of putting on a show to a degree. You are the Voodoo man. You are the Voodoo man, and you're doing your manifestations and manifesting things you want. Meanwhile, your shadow for the Voodoo man, the shadow is going around and fucking things up for the people that came against you. And we can view that as your spirit team and or that entity attachment I was talking about earlier. To me, it's more so the entity attachment. But also, like, if you don't have one, it's your spirit team. Every story is different. Every collective's different. 9 of coins in reverse. Mm-hmm. So this little sadistic group goes after divine beings and stuff like that for the most part. And I guess they, like, they don't recruit. I'm hearing gather/farm divine beings to basically sacrifice in order to gain some sort of abundance. But they can't do that because they weren't able to get the collective. Like, the collective, I don't know, the collective was, like, important. They needed the collective to feed this thing. They thought they had it in the bag. But I'm hearing collective is, like, a form of an earth angel / prophet type of energy. So it was, like, higher risk, bigger reward type of situation. But they didn't get the reward. Instead of collectives getting all of their shit back that was stolen from them, especially energetically, they're getting it back. Like, if this group did, like, I feel like this group did everything they possibly could under the fucking sun, to be honest. I wouldn't be surprised if this group had, like, feminines in here, and they were using beauty magic to siphon off of, like, the collective's beauty and shit like that. Just anything, everything. I'm seeing cloaking energy for confidence, or to come, like, these people are just so fucking sick that they mask themselves in divine energy to cloak their fucking nastiness. Some of them have a smell. Someone has, like, whoever was a part of this little fucking sadistic group bullshit that was, like, part of it, there's, like, a feminine energy that just fucking reeks. Like, it's like a decaying smell, like rancid. We can say it's charcuterie, but, like, it doesn't feel like it might come out in that way because of how, I mean, I'm just seeing, like, I just honestly, like, how rotten this individual soul is, that the decaying of the soul on the inside is now reflecting on the vessel on the outside, and that could come off as, like, just horrible fucking rancid coochie smell. I'm not getting the smell, but I'm, like, in my third eye, I'm picking up on the scent. And this bitch was, like, heavily, I don't think this bitch takes care of himself. Is it one of those things where, like, people just rely on spellware for, like, basic hygiene? Is that what this is? This is what it feels like. It feels like this bitch works over a mirror and shit like that, and, like, harvested the divine's energy to, like, make herself look pretty, lose weight, clear skin, and hide the stench of her, like, smell, soul. It's like, it's something within this individual soul. It's just, like, it's just I'm just hearing rancid. It's just rancid. That's fucking wild. I don't know, like, just, like, these people are fucking stuck. I got the 10 of Wands and the 8 of Wands in reverse. Again, I'm hearing lead communication. I don't know, lately with the 8 of Wands, I've been just hearing lead communication. These people are, like, they're not getting their money. They're not getting their financial security. They're heavily burdened because I feel like this group does a lot of spell work. Like, a lot of spell work, like, daily, and the thing I mean daily is, I mean, like, lunch, like, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, like, type of spell work. Like, they fucking, like, 3 times a day to cast spells on the collective and individuals. It's just kind of hitting them back, and now they have to carry the burden of, like, whatever. Like, I feel like these individuals are trying to emplace an entity attachment, but the entity attachment you have, this, if you identify with this, is like fighting off other entity attachments. Kind of, this entity attachment is being protective of the collective. Be like, no, I'm the only entity attachment that can be on the collective. Like, it's just like overprotective. These people are just like fucked. Read any of these? Read any of them? All right. Final outcome? All right, this is the final outcome. I'm already tracing to the partner, see the why don't you pick her? I like to listen to music sometimes when I do my tarot readings. I've been on a huge JT music kick. If anyone doesn't know what JT music is like, makes video game songs. I just didn't vibe into that a lot lately. That and Baby No Money. Those are the main bands / musicians, artists I've been listening to. I'm actually going to see Baby No Money in March, and I'm very much looking forward to it. And then I don't know what other concerts I'll see after that. Ace of Cups. People are upset as fuck. People are... I'm hearing horror. People are so upset. Oh. The fact they could not fuck you over has them deeply upset. They're just a mess. And also I'm getting a lot of panic and worrying. And I feel like has a lot of I feel like rats in a maze type of energy. And what I mean by that is these people are running around trying to get to the end of the maze, but they're like panicking and like hitting the walls and shit like that, and they're not entirely sure, like, they can get to the exit of the maze, but I don't think they can with how erratic behavior they have, to be honest. It's very erratic. It's very like panting, like someone's running around. Someone's trying to cover their tracks, but it's not working. People are turning... The person who's freaking out the most is a feminine energy. And it's like she's trying to bribe a lot of people off, but she doesn't have the cash to do so, nor the drugs, apparently. And I don't know if I said cash already, but it's like she's like, oh god, wow. She's like offering her body to like get these people to shut up, but people don't want to fuck her. People don't want to fuck her. I heard she's dirty. I think the smell kind of went around. And I think it's kind of... this feels like the smell that I'm talking about. It feels like a lot of people in this group know about it. But apparently it hasn't stopped people from fucking her. This group is just so fucked up, guys. It's like... It's so gross. The energy is so gross, too. It's just so gross and chaotic and just deceptive and nasty. Like, I don't know why people would choose to be a part of this group with energy like this, to be honest. Knight of Coins in reverse. Yeah, these people don't have a good work ethic. They just steal and siphon and claim others' work as their own. And that was a bad investment. Queen of Cups with the 5 of Wands underneath it. People want to start conflict with you. Especially the fact that you're a Queen of Cups. Also, it feels like this feminine energy I'm talking about that has that rancid smell. Was in competition with you mainly to come off as the sweetheart. But she failed. She's not. I feel like with the strength card, she came off to be like as a ruthless fucking cold-hearted bitch. I also get with this too, with the strength card, is she wanted to be your equal. With the two alligators, she wanted to be like your equal. Like she wanted to be seen equal to you. Ideally better, but she was shooting for equal, but that's not what happened. She ended up proving that she was less than. Like a devil. Page of Cups. I hear these people were trying to come after your inner child, but they couldn't do that. Because it just seems like with the Page of Cups, with, I forgot his name. I don't think it was Doc. I can't remember what the fuck his name was. I just know he's from Captain Hook, or Peter Pan. He kind of has, like, this hopeful, dopey look to him. I feel like that's kind of you, Collective. You just kind of have this, like, not dumb luck, but, like, this, like, maybe you just, like, you're a lot more hopeful compared to most people. Like, you have hope. Like, you retain hope, even in your darkest moments and darkest times. You don't try to focus solely on the negative, because that's just a mind trap. You know, because we set our own, like, mind destinations, you know, like if we try to see the bright side, the hopeful side, the humanity, the just positive, that can keep us on that higher vibration, and we can gravitate towards the pathway we need to be on. If you attempt to try and stay on a certain vibration, which admittedly is not easy for most, because we all come in with our own baggages and traumas. But if you do the work, it's possible, but a lot of people just don't want to do the fucking work. And you can't show how other people do. Three of Coins. This was a whole entire group project. I heard a pact. This was definitely a group that worked together. How big? I heard it was a big group. This was like not a small little fucking club. This was like a society group thing. Like a society within groups. That's groups within groups. Like their own little fucking cult cliques bullshit. Yeah, but no, this was a group effort. And a lot of them were paid to come after you, too. I don't think they're getting paid anymore. Because they're running broke, because whatever, they feel like there was a timeline they had to follow, and they weren't able to do that. Yeah, Page of Wands in reverse, they don't have the opportunity to come after you. I'm also hearing they're getting bad news. Because it's something you're manifesting. You're manifesting them getting bad news and bad opportunities. Because they tried taking yours. From all the injustice they did towards the Collective. Five of Cups. Oh, they're fucking upset. They're upset. They're upset. For somebody else, I get overwhelmed. Anything else? That's all I'm getting. Why doesn't want me to go through the decks? That's kind of unusual. Alright, we're gonna go through the big motherfucking pile. So these people, these motherfuckers, are so upset because they could not bring it in, like, because, okay, they got the Five of Cups and Death. They could not, like, they're defeated because their bullshit has officially come to a fucking end with the Death card. They cannot come up against you and succeed. It's not in the cards. It's not in the cards. And they're all pissed off about it because, with the Six of Cups and the Three of Cups in reverse, I definitely get these bitches spread so much fucking misinformation about you and gossip, all about your past. They completely lied about you and your fucking past. They could have said that you were like some drug addicting coco or something like that. Or like you abuse your kids, or you like any basically whatever this group would fucking do, they said you did, and they like it. Meanwhile, behind closed doors, the exact same things they were saying you were doing collective, they were doing behind fucking closed doors and hoping their little group wouldn't rat on each other, but now they're ratting on each other left and right. Because they're upset that all their bullshit's cut off to them. This little toxic friend group. You come out as the Queen of Wands, and it seems like a lot of, like I've said earlier, how you could be like a looker and everything. This like proves it. The Queen of Wands. This fucking proves me. This proves I was right. Or confirms it basically. That you just like come off as, you could have had a glow up, especially cutting these individuals off to the best of your fucking ability. If they're cyber stalking, you can do what you can do. But yeah, you come off as the Queen of Wands, a good looker, a leader, passionate, and like, I just get like challenging. Like, again, this is the Aries I'm seeing with the Ram. Like, you're not afraid to like, you don't actively seek conflict, but if it comes across your shore and you feel you have the right to kind of fucking, go into it head first against these individuals, you'll take that opportunity. I don't feel like you back down from a fight. I feel like if a challenge arises, you stand up and either complete it or tackle it. This distorted masculine, the King of Cups in reverse, is all upset. I'm definitely getting mixed emotions because I don't know if this King of Cups thinks he like loves the collective, or because this collective didn't treat this distorted masculine like how the other feminines did, has this distorted masculine all fucked up in the feelings. This with the King of Cups in reverse, I'm just getting, also it could be resorting to substance as well too, because shit is not going the way they originally planned, and they're experiencing bullshit due to their own bullshit. Like, Ace of Coin reverse, 10 of Swords. I heard they lost an opportunity because they weren't able to, like, give you this brutal betrayal. Or if they did betray you, you got over it pretty quickly, which threw off their whole entire game because you weren't supposed to get... If they betrayed you and you got over it, you weren't supposed to get over it. That was, like, not in the... They didn't want that. But definitely getting he lost some sort of financial opportunity because he tried to betray you, put you in a 10 of Swords, or some sort of brutal betrayal ending. Two of Coins, 10 of Wands reverse, the Fool upright, the Queen of Swords, the 5 of Swords, the 4 of Cups. I get what this collective is. You have some sort of financial chain coming your way because you decided to drop these motherfuckers to the best of your goddamn ability. Now you're like crunk going on forward to your new beginning. La-di-la-da-da way. You are currently sitting in the Queen of Swords energy, having those boundaries up, being... I'm hearing the word analytical again, but like... focused on like a clear-cut path. You're like, I know what I need to fucking do. I'm going to focus on that. Nothing's going to distract me. And what I mean by that too is the 5 of Swords and the 4 of Cups. You are rejecting motherfuckers that try to interfere with your goddamn progress. You like don't care. You don't care. If they're going to try and impede upon your progress, slow you down, you are going to reject these individuals. You don't care how you come across at this goddamn point, considering the bullshit you've been under. You don't care how you come across because your peace is, like, important to you. And you don't care how these individuals feel. They missed out on you, not the other way around. Yeah, because you're focused, like, on trying to... These bitches try to put you in the goddamn 5 of Pentacles energy, and you might have been in there for a little bit, but you got yourself out, and or continuing to get yourself out of that. 2 of Swords, yeah, you can see their bullshit. You're not blind to them anymore. You caught on to their fucking game. And you were Queen of Swords, and then we got the fucking... You're basically all the queens, like, you're like Empress energy, because we got the Queen of Cups, we got the Queen of Wands, got the Queen of Coins, and the Queen of Swords. You're basically sitting in Empress energy, to be honest. We got every single fucking card. We're just missing the actual Empress card. Well, let's see if she's in here. It'd be funny if she was. No, she's not. Okay. Yeah, you know, you're focused on the bag, which is why you have your boundaries up and you're, like, fucking focused because you want that fucking bag. You're focused on your bag because these bitches impede up behind your goddamn bag. The Hierophant in reverse, the Four of Wands in reverse, the Knight of Swords in reverse. These people, this group, broke. This was like a fucking, oh my god. This was like literally a fucking community of this bullshit. I am seeing an online network. This is something similar to the 764 group. It's something among those lines. It's like some big online cult bullshit that does sick twisted things because they don't like society, apparently, whatever the fuck that means. I just get this energy is disturbing on so many levels. Because the Knight of Swords in reverse talks about being malicious and, like, seeking any opportunity to be violent. With the Hierophant in reverse, breaking laws and traditions, not giving a fuck about, like, the justice system or anything like that. And then the Four of Wands in reverse. Usually it talks about loss of, like, a union or something like that, but I'm just getting it's a really fucked up community. And it's like a society that's worldwide. Whatever this group had planned for you, collective, they were going to stream it on the dark web. I'm hearing Red Room. Collective, you dodged a fucking cannonball. Not even a bullet. You dodged a fucking cannonball that was set to fucking annihilate you. It's just so many people were working against you in so many levels. Hearing law enforcement, healthcare, family, some friends. Hearing the music industry as well, too. It's honestly kind of with, like, literally the grace of God you got out. It's kind of amazing. Because literally, there was so much set up against you. Anyway, you get wish fulfillment because you conquered this bullshit. This horrific, horrendous bullshit that, like, just... Their plan's all fucked up. They got nowhere to go. They were thankfully they were overly confident and super egotistical that this plan did not work out because this people ride on their ego, because it seems like whoever, I don't know what the fuck, this is like, it's like, it's an ego thing at the same time of seeing who could do the most fucked up thing to someone. But also, they want it to be a secret. I don't understand what this group is like. This group is like, it's like, they do weird, sick, sadistic shits, but in the same breath, they also try to hide it within a bigger society, like they don't indulge in this shit. But now they're, like, getting found out because something got unraveled. I'm just seeing a string, and someone pulled it, and it just unraveled everything what this group had going. Which wasn't really solid to begin with, because it seems like it was just holding up in a bunch of fucking lies. and like deception, that someone found one single thread and just went whoop, and everything came undone. And apparently this will make some sort of news on the internet or something like that. So this thing will get like aired out to some degree. And people are going to be amazed about how basically you overcame it. It's kind of like, I'm getting, this is kind of like a story right here with these cards. With the World, the Hermit, the Star, the Eight of Wands, the Devil in reverse. I get, it's like people are going to be made known about how you just focusing on yourself and getting in touch with Source or your spirit team, like, revealed how much of a starseed or a star you are, just like someone heavily guided and protected to do something positive on this planet. Like, it's gonna, like Eight of Wands, it's gonna be communicated. Apparently this news, when this gets out, it will travel really fast. But basically how you overcame some satanic devilish shit and got out of it. Like, kind of squeaky clean, like, for the most part. I don't think you got out completely unscathed. But for the most part, compared to what was up against you, yeah, you got out pretty fucking squeaky clean. That, like, people are gonna, like... I feel like I heard people are gonna believe in Source again, or the Divine, or God, or whatever you believe in or fit into. And I'm getting the people who took this financial opportunity to come against you with the Page of Coins are fucked. The Hangman in reverse, the Eight of Cups in reverse, the Ace of Cups in reverse. I'm getting these people will not be able to get out of these toxic cycles they set themselves up for, because apparently, collective, you were not supposed to go through this bullshit in general. Like, you were, like, just not destined for that shit. These people cannot leave the mess they're in, and I'm hearing they'll know no fulfillment, especially emotionally. They'll be constantly in a state of, like, emotional upsetness, of, like, dysregulation, emotional dysregulation. I'm hearing they're also being haunted. I am picking up on paranormal activity. So these people are also getting afraid too as well, because if they're experiencing paranormal activity, oh, that freaks them out. Apparently these people were not used to paranormal activity. They had fun sending paranormal activity to individuals, but they were not ready to experience themselves. And apparently, it's bad paranormal shit. I feel like things are moving in their house. I'm definitely getting doors slamming. Shadow people. But these people are afraid to go to sleep at night. Mentally, mainly. Because you can lucid dream to a point, but when you start dibble-dabbling in satanic shit and summoning entities that I'm hearing, don't have the ranking for, nor the understanding of. I'm also getting practitioners. Apparently these people lie to practitioners about the collective, and those practitioners experienced some backlash, which made them pissed off. Oh, I'm hearing Earth Angel. Yes, collective's like an Earth Angel type of level, which makes sense. Because there's practitioners that I'm picturing angry phone calls to individual, mainly towards the same feminine energy that has the rancid coochie. It's like these, I feel like this practitioner's called and was like, you fucking lied to me, ba 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 ba. How dare you, ba 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 ba. And then I think these practitioners, some of them, I don't know if all of them did, it feels like some of them viewed this as a challenge to come up against the collective, which did not work out. But some who realized they were lied to, a good chunk, how much percent would you say, Spirit? 75% like reversed. So apparently like 75% of the practitioners this feminine, and I'm hearing masculine, went to pay to get work done on you, that lied about you. When these practitioners found out, because they experienced a backlash pretty quickly, or backfire pretty quickly, they, admittedly, they should have done the investigation before they casted shit, but they did it afterwards, and they were like, oh, fuck. And they sent it back to the masculine and or feminine. And if this is the same group I've been pulling on for a while, I know I did one reading where I talked about this feminine went to like 35 different practitioners, like across the world. Because this was like a lot of practitioners. This doesn't feel like just like 5. It feels like it's up, how many is it? How many? It's up in the 30s, for sure. That's what I'm picking up on, at least with this group, with this collective. I mean, everyone's different. I'm just telling you what I'm picking up on this one. That's wild. Okay. But in the end, collective, so what's the TLDR of this? There's a group of witchy people that basically fucked around and found out. It seems like these people were blindly following a feminine and a masculine into this shit, is what it seems like. Although I am picking up like 3 other masculines that are behind the scene that tried to direct this feminine into doing this shit. That's what it feels like, because this feminine was like paid to a degree to do this. But also it's like I don't know if she had a pact with these 3 masculines, because the 3 masculines feel significantly older than her. And in positions of like authority / power, it's like they bribed / paid her to do this. And it's like they promised her something. I feel like a job of some sort, a position of some sort, if she completed this job against you, which she failed and she's not getting. And it seems like there's a whole thing behind this. What the fuck? Because she tried to come off like you, collective. And it worked for a little bit, because homegirl was siphoning your goddamn energy, but then it came to a point where like she was supposed to stop and she didn't fuck us out because she has a fucking problem with like spell work. This bitch is addicted to spell work, and I feel like the amount of spell work she's done herself on top of like the practitioners she's paid, it's like causing her brain to short circuit. I wouldn't be surprised if like part of her brain is like deteriorating spiritually to a degree, because it just seems like this is the energy of a 16-year-old, but I feel like this feminine is probably in her early 20s for the most part. But it feels like she's like stuck being at 16 years old for whatever reason. I don't know if it's like a trauma thing or what, but she just like has not grown up. And it's just, there's just this wave of entitlement. I'm seeing like a in my head, like I'm better than you, like raise the fucking head and like snip, turn your side, like just that. Meanwhile, she smells rancid. It's just like, yeah. She might have STD. Oh, fucking no. I heard that. But either way, homegirl smells, and she lost against you. And her whole little clique posse and this masculine that she was involved in is also experiencing a fuck ton of shit. They're falling apart. Whatever this fucking group it's just falling apart. People are getting called out. People are getting recognized for their shitty shady ass behavior. You're fine, collective. You're in the clear. This whole group, though, it's gonna be discovered to some degree. I'm not sure how or when, but I feel like it's gonna make a pretty decent splash on the interweb when it comes out. Alright. That being said, take care of yourself spiritually, mentally, physically. Know they love you. Bye.